Hello and welcome to this video about how to complete the sections for your Duke of Edinburgh Award. So, the three questions on the screen are the ones that I'm going to be answering. So, how do I complete a section of an award online? How do you do this using a paper form? And then thirdly, what do I do if I don't have an assessor? Okay, so just a reminder for the Bronze Awards, you need to do a volunteering section, a physical section, and a skill section. One of them needs to be for 6 months and the other two for 3 months. Okay, and all of these need to be completed before the expedition, which is happening this summer. All right, so right now you should start to be getting all of these sections signed off as you started the award at the start of year 9. All right, this time of year you should be getting to a point where you're finishing different sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the DofE website. All right, I've got a fake account here called Turing Student. I'm going to use this to show you what to do. So I'm going to log in. All right, so this student here, if I click on the volunteering, so I want to sign off the volunteering. All right, so the simplest way to get the volunteering signed off, all right, is to go to Google and to Google DofE Assessor, as I've done at the board top here. Click on the first link, all right, and then there'll be these spaces here for you to fill in some information to get to the assessor form. All right, so the first thing you need is the participant ID. All right, so in your on your DofE account, you can see here, all right, is the ID number. So I'm going to copy and paste that in. The level's bronze, and we're doing volunteering. I'm not a robot, all right, and then click check. Okay, then you will see a form will be up here, and basically what you need to do is you need to get your assessor to fill this in. All right, so this fictitious person has volunteered at Beavers, so it might be at the end of a volunteering session, they'll fill all this in on they'll go to this website on their phone, they'll fill in their DofE number, etc., and they'll get to this point here, and then they'll hand their phone over to the leader, and it'll just take them 5 minutes to fill in a couple of questions. All right, how frequently they took part. It needs to be at least an hour per week for 3 months or 6 months. All right, and they must put their name, their job title, and their email address, and then click submit. That is the section complete. Okay. The other way of doing this is using the paper form. All right. So lots of you would have received a welcome pack in the post. If you didn't and you want to fill in the paper form, again, you just go to Google and type in. Instead, now you need to type in DofE assessor cards. Click the first link. So here we are. Go to the welcome packs. All right. You'll want English ones, English bronze. Right, click here, you'll download it and it will open up, right? And what will open up is a form that looks a bit like this, okay? And for the assessor report, you're filling in this red section on the left-hand side for volunteering. For the physical, it's this yellow section here, all right? And then for skills, it's this blue section here. What you need to do is you need to fill all of this in, all right? And then you need to take a photo of it and upload it onto DofE account. All right, so I'm just going to show you a picture of a one that's already filled in. So I filled this in on my computer. All right, key things that people get wrong, all right, is the start date must match the start date on your account. So if I go back to my account here, you can see that the start date for my volunteering that I put in was the 5th of September 2022. All right, on here it's exactly the same. All right. The other key thing is the completed date must be at least 3 months after the start or 6 months after the start, depending on how long you're doing it for. All right. So if I put the 4th of December in here, right, cannot be accepted. All right, will be rejected. It's got to be at least 3 months after the start date. All right. Other key things is the signature at the bottom, and the end date is the same as the completed date, right? And the details are all filled in here. Right. The other reason why these get rejected is because the assessor that is used is related to the participant. Right. So it can't be your auntie or uncle or mum or dad or whoever. All right. Or sibling. Right. Or grandparent. All right. It's got to be somebody that's not related to you. Okay. So once you've got that, all right. Once you've filled that all in, you can take a photo of it. All right. And then at the bottom, you can click Manage Evidence. All right. You can add photo or file. All right. And then what you do is you'd upload the picture. So here we are. Here's my photograph. Okay. And there we are. All right. Crop. Okay. Save and submit. All right. And then you can select it as select for assessor report to show an assessor report. All right, and there you are. That's it done. Okay, the final common question that I get, which I'm going to address in this video, is this third question here. So what do I do if I don't have an assessor? All right, so let's say you have been learning a language on Duolingo, all right, at the app, all right. Let's say you've been running, all right, and that's been on your own, all right, in the local park, all right. Let's say you've been cooking, okay. So you haven't been into cooking classes, you've just been learning to cook at home using recipes you found online, okay. So for this, what you need to do is you need to go to your account again. So let's say on this fictitious account, I've got this person here has gone running, right? They start on the 21st of November, right? And they've been running, and now the 3-month period is over, right? So what they need to do is they need to have photographs to show that they've taken part in the activity. So for example, if it was cooking, you could have photos of the food that you cooked, all right? And there needs to be at least 12 meals to show that you've done it for 3 months or 12 weeks, okay? It could be that you have photos of using from an Apple Watch or a Fitbit, all right, to show that you've done the physical activity, all right? So for example, for this person who's running, all right, what you could do is, and I'll show you here, I've got a picture. All right, so this picture here is from fitness app on my Apple Watch. All right, so it shows that I have done the running on these different dates. Now, obviously, this is only showing 3 runs, so it might be that I need to upload further photos to show running in February and in January as well, or December and November, right, to make sure it covers the whole time. All right, crop. All right, save and submit, upload all these photos onto here, right? Then once you've done that, you need to send an email to a teacher at school, so ideally myself, Miss Fan, Miss Ward, or Miss Winstanley, right? And we'll log on, we can see all the evidence, and then we can fill an assessor report in on your behalf, okay? Brilliant, so hopefully that answers everybody's questions about how to sign off your sections, right? Just a final reminder, these sections must all be signed off by June of this year, okay? So please make sure that by the summer, before the expedition, all these sections are signed off, all right? So that your expedition in the summer is the final part of the award, all right? And then after your expedition, you are fully complete.